I have some perfect doodles for spring for you in this video. So I hope that you enjoy them. They're really easy. Anybody can do them, and I walk you step by step on how to draw them. You can use them for your bullet journal. You can use them on a card. If you make them a little bit larger, you can put the elements together and make a whole new design. It's totally up to you. If we haven't met, I'm Viv. This is Art with Viv, and let's go to the studio. Let's do some spring doodles. You can do these when you're bored. You can put these in your bullet journal. You can make them bigger. You can color them in. You can color them with watercolor, magic marker, but we're going to do them black and white today. And maybe another time we might color them in. So Easter is at the end of this month. So I'm going to start off, let's put him down here. I'm going to start off with a rabbit. And I'm just going to draw an oval for his little head. I'm just drawing myself a guide right now. And then for his body, I'm going to do a pear, but I want my pear to be sort of lumpier on one side. So I'll make his little booty go a little bit toward that side. And we'll give him a kind of a tail here. Let's give him a little bushy tail. I think he should have some long ears. And don't worry, we're going to come back with pen and clean this up. Let's make one of his ears coming down this way. And I don't like that rounded ear. I want a little point on his ear. And then just a little oval shaped eye. Let's make this kind of round there. And let's do a little bunny that's just sort of sitting down. So again, we're gonna, not sitting, maybe laying down. We'll do that oval. Then we're going to come back and draw all this in with ink. But first we're just going to do another sort of an egg shape, a little bit smaller toward the snout, toward his nose. Then we're going to give him a little fat chest there. And a little tail. Some ears. All right. Let's do, oh, we got to give him some eyes. Excuse me, almost forgot his little eye. And that's just an oval. Got his ear coming down too far. Let's do it this way. Alright, so we've got our two bunnies. Let's do a little duck right here. We're going to make him a little bit bigger than a duck would be. We're just making small doodles, so this duck is not going to be the correct size compared to the bunnies. So we're just going to do sort of a, I don't think I like that. Erase that. Let's just do sort of a little round head. Let's do a little round head. And then let's do another sort of teardrop shape here. And then we'll just do an oval here, sort of an egg shape. Now let's put a beak on him. Now let's just sort of draw his outline. We're going to do his head and then his neck. Erase that. And then we're just going to come over this oval and give him a little tail off of the back of that oval. And then let's give him some feet, some little legs. other leg. Let's see, let's make his other leg a little bit. Let's see. I don't like the shape of his head. We're just gonna sort of roll that up a little bit. Give him a little eyeball. Alright, so we have a little duck there. Let's put a little duck sitting down here. Let's do the round head, and then let's do sort of a flat, almost Hershey's Kiss shape, but without the point. Or maybe a bell shape. You might want to call it a bell shape. Give him a beak. Give him a little tail sticking out here in the back. And bring that around to the front. And then his other little shoulder there. And let's give him a little eye. So now that duck is just sort of laying down. So let's do a nest next. What you'll do is just do a guide, do a small oval at the top, and then sort of a curve around that, almost like an upside down mushroom. Let's go ahead and put our eggs in our nest. You can color these blue if you want to. And then we're just gonna make it look like little twigs overlapping with just some sort of curvy lines here and there. You can even make it look like some of these twigs are still alive and they have some leaves still on them, and make them sort of going around the nest. Some leaves on this one. Make sure you make some of those lines on the inside of the nest. And then bring some of these out sort of messy around the bottom. You can even put another leaf here at the bottom if you want. Some of the twigs sticking out from the nest all around. So you have a little nest there. Let's see, let's do, what can we do next? Ooh, I know, let's do some daffodils. Daffodils are pretty easy, so we'll just do a long oval and then a cone shape, but we're not going to bring it to the point. We're going to stop it before it gets to the point. And then we're just going to draw a guide. They usually have 5 to 6 petals, so we're going to do 3 lines at the top, 2 lines at the bottom. I don't like how this line is going. Let's make it go this way. And then we're just going to put in our petals around those lines. And then we can just draw a stem. And then we can come up here and make this sort of wavy. Let's draw another one going the other direction. So we're going to start with our cone, or I call it a flat cone. Let's make this one a little bit bigger. Put the oval at the end. Then we're going to do our 5 petals. And then we're going to draw those in. I don't like the way that looks. And another little stem for that one. And you can do a little bit of foliage there. Maybe put a leaf coming out the back. Alright, so now let's do, what can we do next? Let's do, some cherry blossoms. So for cherry blossoms, we're going to do a circle in the middle. And for one that's just like open straight up, looking right at you, you'll do another circle around it. And then just do sort of a 5 little lines from it. Sort of a cross with a little fat one coming out from the beginning of it. And then you'll want to just put your petals around there. And on the tips of the petals, make them sort of scalloped. And then you'll want to do some little stamen and some little dots. We'll get to that in a second. If you want to have one looking up, then what you'll do is you'll do an oval. Like that. And then when you put your center circle down, put it down low, like toward this side, because we want it to look like it's looking up. And then we're going to do our X with our extra one there, and then just do our petals around that X, and then we'll just do the same. And you can do some leaves if you would like. And let's see what's next. What should we do next? Let's do let's do some wisteria. We'll do it right here. I'm going to draw some lines, and then one coming down here, and then you'll just do these sort of upside down heart shapes, sort of semi-hearts. They don't have to be complete hearts. You can make them look sideways. I love wisteria in March. They smell so good when they bloom here. And as you go toward the bottom, make them smaller and a little bit more ovally, like long ovals. You can add a few here and there. Like so. And then we'll do the same thing to this stem. We're just doing sort of blob shapes that are sort of like funny looking hearts, or either, let's see, what else is another way to describe these. They're just fat on one end, almost like misshapen pears. And then you can make some that are just sort of, as you get further down on that stem, you can make them longer. And then they have these beautiful vines, and their leaves grow right across from each other out of that stem. You could do another one if you wanted. What else can we draw? We can go with, now remember, you can make these bigger or smaller, however you want. Oh, let's do some snowdrops. We can do some snowdrops right here. We'll start off with a little cone, and then we'll do 2 little elongated teardrops, and then a little sort of heart, the end of a heart in the center. And we'll do another one here. I'll have that one going this way. Another little cone. And then 2 long teardrop shapes with a little heart in the center. just have some little leaves at the bottom. I don't know if I like those leaves. I'm gonna erase those. And let's see, what else can we do? Let's do like a really fluffy flower. I don't know. Let's make up a flower. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do a guide. So we're going to do a long oval, and then we're going to do a bigger oval, and we want it to be a little bit bigger on this side because we want it to be facing away, or facing, not facing us head on, put it that way. So I'm just going to do petals around the center. Then I'm going to do another row of them, and then another row, and I want them to get bigger and fatter as I go around. There, and then we can just do the center up like that. And now let's do one that's facing us. So we'll do the center, and then we'll just do a round circle around it. We'll do those petals in the center, the first row, and the second row. And then we'll just keep adding rows, making the petals a little bit bigger on each row as we go around. And we're just going to call these our fluffy flowers. And then you can just make some leaves. So now let's just ink those in and see how they look. Once you get them inked in, I am going to, let's see, what have I got here? I got a 0-1. Let's just try it with the 0-1. Let's make them be a little bit fuzzy. You might want to add a little bit of shading. And it's just going to draw him a little bit of makeup around. Let's do the other bunny. Just a little bit of shading here and there. You don't have to do this part, especially if you're going to color them. Let's get our little duck here. know if what I forgot to give my little duck a wing. Let's just give him a little wing right here. There. Now he has a wing. Let's do our little duck sitting down. Alright, now let's do our daffodils. I'm just doing a little bit of shading coming out from that center. I'm going to do the same over here. Now these are simple doodles. Anybody can do these. It'll help you with your hand-eye coordination. It will also help you with your drawing. Any little bit of drawing you can do, even if it's doodles or sketches, it's going to help you improve. So if you get bored and you just don't want to paint, you just want to do some sketches, do some little doodles like this. Alright, let's put this little stem in. You gotta have a stem holding him up. Now let's work on this nest. Let's go ahead and do the eggs first. And then let's work on putting in those twigs. And those leaves that are coming off the twigs. And it's just a bunch of sort of overlapping wavy lines to give it that look of a nest. Alright, let's work on these. Let's go ahead and just and I'm making these just a little bit fatter so that they touch a little bit more along the edges. And then we're going to do those centers. Just a bunch of little lines and then some little tiny dots around that, sort of like a little halo or something. I don't know, like a little halo of dots. And you can do a little bit of shading out, and you can do some shading from the front, or I should say from the top of the petals. Let's do this one. Making our little lines and our little halo of dots across the top, and then some shading, just a little bit of line work, especially if you are going to come back and color these. Then you don't want to put too much shading in there, but it's up to you. It's yours, your doodles. You do it however you want to. Let's do our little snowdrops. Get that stem in there. And then just some shading in there, a little shading here. All right, now let's do our wisteria. I love wisteria. It will take over though and choke your trees to death, but the smell is heavenly. Oh, I love the smell of wisteria blooming. It is the best. And it's easy to draw because all it is a bunch of blobs, basically in a cone shape. Just a bunch of blobs. And get those leaves. Oh, get those leaves in there. And I'm just doing those little lines so that we can separate the leaves from the flower petals. Alright, one more flower and we'll be done with our doodles. We are going to be doing this sort of layered doodle here. So we're just going to go around this center, making petals. And then we're going to do another layer in between. And then another layer, and as we go out from the center, we're making our petals larger. And then let's just make these like a dark center, really fuzzy, like that. And let's do the same for this. Putting petals around the center, and then another layer, another layer. Making sure they're getting bigger as we go around. Sort of overlapping them, however you want to do it. And we're just going to color this center in because we're looking straight at it. Give them some leaves. There. Now we got how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 spring doodles. Let's erase some of these pencil lines. Clean it up. And of course you can add more shading to yours if you would like. Come back and color them if you would like, but this would be great when you're bored and you just want to practice, but you don't want to do anything too serious. You can just do some little doodles. These would be great for your bullet journal. You can make these larger. You don't have to make them as small as I did, but you can make them larger or make more designs with them, add more flowers to the mix, whatever you want to do. But those are easy peasy sketches, little doodles. I'm trying to clean this up so that you can see how pretty they are. They would make a great practice for your markers, coloring with your markers. Alright, there you go. I really enjoyed this. I hope that you try a few little sketches for yourself, a few little doodles, and until next time, happy painting, and I hope you success with all your art endeavors.